All right. Well, today I'm going to look at this pair of National Geographic Walkie Talkies. I don't know if they're any good in terms of distance or quality or all that. There are probably lots of fancier ones out there available pretty cheap, but these came to me because they were originally given away. Excuse me. These were originally given away, and the person giving them away disclosed that they were a little fiddly. You had to jiggle a button to get them to work, and the people using them didn't have patience for that, so they gave them away. And the new person who got them said, "I can't get them to work at all." So they were kind of ready to pass them on or recycle them or whatever. I told them I'd take a look at them and see if I could see anything real easy that could fix. So I've never touched these. I don't know how they look. I don't know if the batteries are any good. I know nothing. We'll do this together. So it looks like we've got a couple of switches here that are not marked. Okay, they're marked on the back though. So on the back it says on off and push to talk. And this is in the off position right now. This is in the off position right now. Great way to wear down your batteries, not put them in the off position. I'm going to assume that there's a battery in here. I haven't opened it up. I'm just going to turn it on and see what happens. Okay, so a lot of crackling, a lot of popping. Let's see what happens with this one. Same thing. Now it's possible that all that's coming from the fluorescent or LED lights that I have running. I don't think I have any fluorescent. Yeah, no, this is just LED. But it's possible that that noise is coming from something I have running around here, so I'm not going to pay a lot of attention to it. They both make the same noise, which, well, that says something. So normally if you had two walkie-talkies like this close together, and they were both on, and you press the button, and they were talking to each other, you get feedback. Like that. So this one works, but this one, oh, there we go. Okay, so now it works. So this one has a finicky button. So what we just saw was this one, right away I pressed the button, I got feedback out of the receiver, fine. This one, I had to jiggle a button a bunch to get it to work, to get it so that I got feedback out of the receiver. So we're going to open this one up and take a look at what that button does and see if there's any way we can improve the connection inside the switch. Inside the switch that button pushes. All right. It's a little tiny Phillips head. We'll see if this fits. Yeah, it does. Well, that doesn't fit. So I took this to a grinding wheel so that it would fit in holes like this. And this one right here. While we're doing this, I will remove the battery. So that we don't, no, we don't short anything out. Okay. So, back to opening. I want to see how to get this off without breaking it. And it looks like it slides out the bottom. Yeah. So we want it to go down. First, it has to go, there we go, over that tab. So push the tab out and then the clip slides down. And the reason I did that was because the circuit board is not coming off on its own, and I just want to make sure that they haven't snuck a screw in there on me. Well, there's one screw up here on the top that is still sitting there. I think I loosened them all, but let's make sure. Okay, yeah, that goes out. There we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't want to do any harm here, so I'm taking my time figuring out how to loosen this board. Oh, there we go. Well, pay attention. There's a screw right here. Looks like it might have had a little bit of glue on it, Loctite or something. Set that aside. And is that the only screw? That is the only screw, okay. And so, remember what we want to see is what happens when you press the talk button. What does that do? And so, there is a piece of plastic that presses that button, and that piece of plastic comes off. And it goes just like that, so set that aside. And see if we can see anything inside of the switch. Yeah. So, whoops. This slides back and forth, and there's a spring behind it that causes it to come back. And if we were to look at the other side of this, we would see, can't see it, there's metal contacts in there that slide back and forth across. They go from being engaged to not being engaged. And they're not making good contact. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of contact cleaner, and we're going to put that in there, and that's going to dissolve the oxidization that's going on inside that switch. So, and it should work like magic. I don't have to be very precise with this, but I at least want to get some of it in the, there we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, thing is set on low. It's as quick as I can push the button, and it's still got it all over the place. Let me just get a paper towel, Q-tip or something. All right. Good news is it won't hurt anything. I mean, it's made for electronics, and it's not going to short stuff out. If anything, it'll clean things. So, going to put that back and forth a bunch of times. Clean up around the switch. All right, and because that stuff gets all over everything, and we'll also clean up when I get in here. That leaves behind a little bit of protectant, something that enhances electrical contact. It doesn't make electrical contact, but it keeps, it's an anti-corrosion thing, I think is what it is. So. And the Oxid has about, I don't know, lots. They have several products with different characteristics, and I only use the cleaner because it's fairly expensive, and I need to get stuff working. It's kind of my primary focus. So. Sure, if I was a hi-fi tech or something, I'd spend some more money and get use some of their other products, because it's good stuff. All right, not a paid announcement. Just looking at the tops of the capacitors on this thing, they look okay. I wouldn't expect to see an issue with them. Before we put it back together, I'm going to put the battery in this and see what effect it has. So I'm going to back up a bit. There we go. And put the battery back in it. And turn both units on. And remember, what we want to see is, when I push this button, we want to see feedback from this other side immediately. So, this side feedback, and this side feedback, immediately. No jiggling, no wiggling. So that's the way they're supposed to work. The issue was there was some corrosion on the push-to-talk switch on this one unit, and I opened it up, put some contact cleaner in there, clean the corrosion away, and I'm going to put it back together. And then we'll do one final test, and we're all done here. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about the scratchiness and all that. That's I mean, The sound that we hear in the background from these walkie-talkies is a function of the band that they use to communicate and the other stuff that's going on in the atmosphere around it and the quality of the circuitry that's made to code and encode the circuit and the signals and all that stuff. And that, frankly, is over my head. But easy stuff like this switch, we can figure that out. We can make it work. So one last test. Can you hear me now? 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 Hello? Hello? Well, I'm going to call that done. We'll get a hold of the owner and give him back. As always, it's a pleasure. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.